My coming out story went like this. I was born and raised in Iowa on a farm. I'm the 13th of 15 children, very Catholic. And growing up, going to a Catholic school, I thought my childhood was really normal. We were, creative, we would have fun. It was absolute chaos with that many kids. And I remember in the 7th grade, it's kind of when things shifted for me. And that is when I had a crush on a boy. And I knew it was different. I knew it was wrong, and I knew I would get in trouble. And early on, I just started to repress those feelings of caring for someone, because it just wasn't acceptable within your religion or community or family. And at age 15, my dad passed away. So my junior and senior year, I was living on the farm, and I knew I needed to get away from everyone, because I needed to explore. I needed to see what was past the cornfields of Iowa. And so I joined the Army. Now, in 1985, when I did join the Army, this was long before Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I was serving under the Commander-in-Chief, President Ronald Reagan, and the big thing is if they found out you were gay, it was a dishonorable discharge, it was a forfeit of all medical benefits, and it was just that displacement from that core unit. And during the Army, it was just one of those things where it was so masculine and so butch, and absolutely no talk of gay. And if there was rumbling of gay, you needed to be very careful, because it was not a safe place. In 1987, our commanding general at Fort Hood, Texas, proceeded to talk to us about the gay cancer. And it was the first time there was mandatory AIDS testing in the US Army. And I remember vividly, they put us in this theater and they said, no one is leaving this theater until they're tested. And if you test positive, you are gone. And I just remember thinking, I didn't do anything, but I was still so scared. I was freaked completely out. And that whole process in the Army just kind of shoved me back in the closet. And it was years I was in the closet, because I had seen friends die of AIDS, and it wasn't a safe place. It was not a safe place to be out. I didn't I was afraid of the illness. I didn't feel safe because of the illness. I just didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe from the virus. I didn't feel safe from the way people were being treated just because they were gay. And this was in the 80s. It was new. No one knew much information about AIDS or how you could contract it. And that was a pivotal point for me, and it just pushed me further back into the closet. And once I got out of the Army, I went to school for art education and art history, and I just realized I didn't want to teach or work in a museum, and I just didn't feel very comfortable in that profession. And in 1981 is when I went to beauty school. And I have to tell you, I never looked back. Number one, I felt like it was a safe place. I didn't even know what a Marcel iron was, but I was so excited to learn. I graduated from beauty school in 1992, and that's when I came out as gay. One of the first things I did when I came out is I took my mom to breakfast. And, you know, it was a scary conversation. I didn't know how to start it. Now, mind you, I'm the 13th of 15 kids. I literally have 41 nieces and nephews and 51 great nieces and nephews, and I'm the only one who's not married and no kids. And having a conversation with my mom, the way I started it was, you know, Mom, we really need to talk about my sexuality. And she said, what was wrong with it? And I go, well, I really don't think anything's wrong with my sexuality. And she goes, well, then I don't either. It was one of the quickest conversations. I didn't feel ashamed. And I gave my mom a book that was called Loving Someone Gay. And I said, just please, 2 things. Please don't ever lie about me if anybody asks you a question. And I want you to put this book where you put all of your other books, on your nightstand. Don't hide it, because I feel like if you're hiding this book, you're hiding me. And she didn't hide it. She put it on her nightstand, she read this book, and there was never any questions asked. I know she loves me, like every single child she's had. And the thing with, you know, being in the beauty industry, my queerness actually came after school because I came out of the closet after beauty school. But the beauty school gave me the confidence, and it actually gave me the license to be creative and to be expressive and to think differently without shame. I mean, I love being around creative souls, and that energy feeds me. And you know, if you're interested in joining or kind of just exploring the beauty industry, please know you are always welcome here, because being creative is what it's all about. You gotta have fun and you gotta be creative. I'm Dean Banowetz, and this is the face of queer beauty. If you or someone you know is struggling, please go to thetrevorproject.org for more information, or you can call 866-488-7386. You deserve immediate help.